Hello and welcome everyone to Airsto, and we back again for another unboxing video. And today's video we do have a new phone for Metro by T-Mobile. We have the LG Airsto 4 Plus. So without any further ado, let's find out. Now, before we go any further in this video, I want to announce for you that we open a new channel in this channel called Airsto 2. The link will be in the description, and the whole purpose of opening this channel, we're gonna make review in depth. We're gonna make full comparison videos, not just versus videos. So we're gonna be actually making longer videos. We're gonna talk more about cell phone in that channel. If you guys be interested, the link will be in the description box below. Go ahead and subscribe, and soon I'm gonna start uploading videos in this channel. Now let's back again to the LG Airsto 4 Plus. This is a new phone available through Metro by T-Mobile, and the phone right now available for price tag for $69. And I believe Metro, they're offering a deal where you can get the phone for free if you start a new number. So this phone basically doesn't require any port in to get that one for free. All you have to do, walk into Metro, activate a new line, and you should get this phone for free, which is a great deal in my opinion. If you're doing upgrade and you're qualified for upgrade, the phone will cost you $69. As you guys can see, the box is very typical Metro by T-Mobile box, nothing really fancy over here. And if we flip the phone, we will see the main features and the specifications. The phone will be 4G LTE. The phone will be comes with Android operating system, which is Android 9. The size screen will be 5.45 high definition TFT IPS, so we don't have LCD this time around. And the main camera on the phone, 13 megapixel, and it has portrait, 5 megapixel for front facing camera, 16 gigabyte for the internal memory, and 1.4 gigahertz quad core Snapdragon 425. This phone will be considered a budget friendly device. This phone actually a low cost phone, so you guys not gonna expect the highest specification from phone like the LG Airsto 4 Plus. Now let's go ahead and open the box. First thing, we will see the phone, and also it has a screen protector that highlights the main feature, which is the side screen. It has a fingerprint sensor, and it has the portrait mode for the camera and the face recognition, which is good to see face unlock on the phone and a fingerprint on a budget device. And we will have some IMEI information on the back of the phone, and some warning that try not to remove the back of the phone because the battery is sealed in the device. Let's get this one turned on, and we can just have a look. The back of the phone looks like glassy over here, but it's kind of matte, not too glassy. And it seems to me the fingerprint not so magnet, which is good thing in my opinion. Here is the fingerprint, the flash, the camera, and then from the side we will see the power key. So the power key is not on the back, this is just a fingerprint sensor. And then on the left side we will have the volume keys, and then you're gonna see another key over here down to the volume keys, and this will be actually Google Assistant key, so don't get confused. This is not the power key. The power key should be located on the right side. And then we will have the speakers, fire from the bottom, microphone, headphone jack, and mini USB 2. We don't have C-type. This phone also doesn't support fast charging, as you guys can see, and I believe the battery was almost 3000 milliamps, so it's good for a phone that doesn't have high specification. Let's set this on the side and look what else that should comes in the box. We will have a SIM card, so you will need to activate the phone and you need to insert the SIM card. And we have some LG Airsto 4 Plus manual guide over here, and we have the SIM tray where you can inject the SIM card, and as I say, the back of the phone you cannot remove. And here is just a typical 5-watt charger over here, nothing fancy. And finally it will be the mini USB cable. That's everything comes in the box. So what we're gonna be doing, actually, we're gonna just spend more time in this phone, and we're gonna come back to you with more information about the LG Airsto 4 Plus.
A few moments later.
Now, after spending a decent amount of time with the LG Airsto 4 Plus, let me go ahead and kick off my opinion with the design and the build construction. For a phone that less than $100, you guys not gonna expect high premium material. This phone is made out of the plastic, as you guys can see, but the phone doesn't look bad in the hands. Like, it feels like kind of a little bit of premium look to it, to be honest with you. And one thing I like about this phone, the back of the phone is actually a shiny glossy finish. It is a plastic, but if you guys can see, it doesn't show a lot of the fingerprint. I believe this is back to the back of the phone. It's, I believe, because the color is gray. That could be why. And one of the things also, the fingerprint on the phone, it does the job. I mean, it's not the fastest, as you guys can see. Look how long it takes to unlock, but it works at the end. It is accurate, but is not the best. One of the things also I didn't like about this design, having this spine. I understand why you will have this spine actually for Google Assistance. I'm sure that will get a lot of people get confused about this key. I mean, normally you don't need this key, because if you just hold on the home key, that should take you to the Google Assistant. So there is no need for dedicated key to be on the phone itself for this purpose. That just in my opinion. As well as they could have made the phone a little bit smaller, because look to the bezel of the phone. The phone is adopting the 18:9 ratio, but the phone still has a big bezel over here. That just in my opinion. But I believe the LG, they try and actually tell you, hey, this is 5.5 inch, this is a large phone, since a lot of people like big phones, so they're trying to make the bezel. And I believe this will be costless to the company, not to make the phone like infinity display, as we've seen in Samsung phones. The facial recognition, it does work, and also slow. And I don't rely on the facial recognition, especially with a budget phone like this, because when you set this up, people can access your phone so easily. It doesn't have actually 3D face recognition as we've seen in the Pixel phone and the iPhone, but the fingerprint, it does actually work fine, but it's low fingerprint scanner. Now let's move and talk about the display. As I said at the beginning of the video, we have a TFT IPS screen. It's made by LG, of course, with amount of PPI 295. On paper, it's not a lot, and the resolution also is not a lot, 720p. But the size screen is not huge, so it shouldn't be a big problem for you. The actual performance of the screen, in my opinion, as what I can see right now, I mean, it does look decent in my opinion. Colors and vividness and brightness level is so good in that display. Yes, maybe the colors, they're not true color as we've seen in the AMOLED displays, but hey, for $69 I don't have so much complaint about the LG Airsto 4 Plus display. Seems to me it works good, and I don't have a lot of issues with the screen itself. Now the phone has the speaker. It should fire from the bottom of the device, and this is not my favorite position for the speaker. My favorite position either to be on the side and on the front. The front will be the best position actually for the speaker. This speaker, it does sounds okay. I mean, it's not loud, and at the same time it's not terrible speaker. It doesn't have any bass or anything like that, and I believe this is just a regular mono speaker. And I understand that this phone still a budget device, the company not investing a lot of money with this phone because they don't want to make the price to be high. Let me go ahead and demonstrate the sound for you. One of the important things in any cell phone, it will be the battery. But in this video, I'm not going to talk about the battery because I didn't spend much time with this phone. So I will leave the battery actually when I do my full review, so that way I get to charge the phone full, and then I will check how many hours the phone will last. But from my experience with phone with the specifications of the LG Airsto 4 Plus and 3000 milliamp hour battery, you can expect 4 hours to 5 hours screen on time. So I believe phone like this, if you use the phone not too heavy, you will need to recharge the phone at the end of the day. Now the phone will come out of the box with the Android 9 Android Pie. I'm not sure if this phone will receive any software updates, but I doubt phone from LG, because LG, they use their own UI and it's a custom UI. It's hard to receive updates, especially for software update going from the Android 9 to the Android 10. But we'll see. Nobody knows if this can happen or not. But the budget device, I doubt the phone will receive any software updates. And as you guys can see, here is the main menu, and LG will give you the option actually to choose if you want an app drawer or you just want everything, all the icons on the main screen. So this will be customizable. It depends on the person who uses the phone. And then you have some settings over here, and I like that all the settings on the phone are organized. Anything related to the network, you should see under network, the sound, notifications, ringtone, all that kind of stuff, they're gonna be in one category. And then display options, they're going to be under display, and you will have some other general information like the battery and the apps, accounts, lock screen. There should be in the general over here, as you guys can see. And if you guys familiar with LG phones, they have tab on screen, double tap to open, or if you have fingerprint, you just need to put your fingerprint and that should unlock the phone. So nothing really special over here in this phone to talk about, but they have a lot of application pre-installed in the phone. Like you have essential applications, these actually calculator, game launcher, FM radio, etc. And then some Google stock applications and Metro by T-Mobile stock application. They're going to be pre-installed in the device, as you guys can see. Now, something I realized, that if you swipe your finger from the top to the bottom over here, the phone will take you to the Google search. And if you do it again, the phone will just go down. If you just keep doing this, it's going to be just like this. I never experienced something like this on the Android. I don't know if this is just a specific feature for LG phones, or this just a glitch from the operating system. I'm not quite sure. You guys can leave this in the comment below if you are an LG user. I normally, my mainly phone that I use in my life, it's the Google Pixel 4. When I do this, it should bring all the notification bars, so which is kind of weird for me. So why you want to do the Google search over here? Or maybe it's part of the phone, I'm not quite sure. But if you want to go to the notifications over here, you have to put your finger on the top and swipe down, so that way you can get these toggles over here. That's something I just noticed and I want to pay your attention. Now I'm just going to give you my actual experience with the few hours I've used the phone. I realized the phone lags actually, and the phone is slow, especially when you download apps, especially for multitasking. That phone will struggle a lot. That back for many reasons. First of all, the RAM in the phone is only 2 GB, and the phone still uses 3 years old processor, Snapdragon 425, so it's not capable enough. As well as this phone, I won't consider this phone good phone for gaming. Yes, you could play light games like Temple Run. Maybe you can run Need for Speed, No Limit, some other 3D games with no issues whatsoever. But it's still, the phone doesn't have a lot of memory. The phone has only 16 GB internal memory. Yes, you can add SD card, but that's not going to help you with your applications and games. Maybe I will make more coverage for gaming on this particular device, but this video will be posted on the second channel, Varieties Tech 2, so you guys subscribe for that channel if you guys wanna see me playing a lot of games, testing the performance of the GPU in this particular phone. Finally, I'm going to be talking about the camera in this phone. So we have two cameras, one on the back 13 megapixel, and the front facing camera, it's 5 megapixel over here. And let me go ahead and kick to the camera application. And as you guys can see, this is the back camera over here. So we don't have a lot of options. You have some filters, modes over here, and you have some settings. The resolution on the back camera 1080, which is totally fine. I don't think so the processor in this phone will be able to handle 4K anyways. And then you have the Q lens, which is artificial intelligence for the camera on LG, flash option, not really much things. After you snap the picture, you can share it to your social media, which is a nice feature over here. Now the back camera doesn't have portrait, only the front facing camera, and I kind of like the front facing camera more than the back camera. And I can show you some pictures and we can comment in these pictures. First pictures I took actually in the dark. I mean, I have light, but I believe the back camera struggle with low light situation. Back to the aperture in the phone itself, but going outside, capture pictures outside in the auto mode, amazing. I mean, I didn't have problems with the sharpness of these pictures, so everything was great outdoor. And here is actually the selfie in the camera, and this is the portrait selfie, which is a good option to have portrait on the front facing camera, or without also that picture on the front facing camera, still good in my opinion. So as you guys can see over here, also we took a few pictures here and there. If you have enough light in the room, you should be also taking a decent pictures. Let me say this camera is acceptable, it's decent, it's okay, it's not the best, but for the price you spend on this phone, you're not gonna expect much. And let me remember you guys, I went to Metro store, I just paid the first month tax and the activation, and I walk out the door with this phone for free, so I can't complain much about the LG Airsto 4 Plus, especially for this price tag. And that was very much it for that video. I wish you guys found this video helpful. If it did, thumbs up, subscribe for more videos here on Variety Stick in the future, also on Variety Stick 2 to watch the whole full review to this phone. Plus I'm gonna do gaming review, other things you guys want to see. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I'll see you around in the next video. Peace.